Our top stories: Coast Guard honors LAROYA. Fabricante comes as OIC. PISA asks Marina to clarify moratorium on ship class. Second seafarer dies while trying to read draft marks. IMO spotlights on decarbonizing shipping. ANGKLA to fast-track seafarer documentations. Welcome to Marino World Weekend. Maritime is second nature to us, sharing what's now and what's next. I am Dean Bacani. The Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, honored Admiral Leopoldo LAROYA in a retirement ceremony held at the Port Area, Manila. LAROYA, PCG's 28th Commandant, is a proud member of Philippine Military Academy, or PMA, Maringal, class of 1988. A bemedaled public servant for 38 years, 34 of which in the Coast Guard, has held major positions such as Commander of the Maritime Safety Services Command, Coast Guard Education, Training and Doctrine Command, and Maritime Security and Law Enforcement Command. In a video message, President Rodrigo Duterte thanked LAROYA for his commitment to improve the PCG.
My warmest greeting on the occasion of the Philippines Coast Guard change of command and retirement ceremony of Admiral Leopoldo LAROYA. May this occasion further strengthen the PCG as it goes into a transition in leadership amidst COVID-19 pandemic. I recognize the efforts of the outgoing PCG Commandant Admiral Leopoldo LAROYA for the commitment you have shown to improve the capabilities of the PCG, Philippine Coast Guard. Thank you for protecting our seas and ensuring the security of our maritime industry. Mabuhay po kayo, Admiral Leopoldo LAROYA. Mabuhay ang PCG.
Meanwhile, Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade presided over the change of command from LAROYA to the appointed officer in charge, Vice Admiral Eduardo Fabricante. Fabricante is a member of the PMA class of 1989 and served as Deputy Commandant for Operations before his appointment as OIC. The Philippine Inter-Island Shipping Association, or PISA, has asked the Maritime Industry Authority, or MARINA, to clarify its advisory, lifting the moratorium on the accreditation of classification societies. In its letter to MARINA Administrator Vice Admiral Robert Empedrad, PISA asked clarification on whether applications submitted pursuant to the Subject Advisory Number 2022-09 shall be deemed a new application, or whether the applications by the local classification societies, or LCS, submitted under MCMS 2020-21 shall just be deemed refiled or reactivated so that the applicants can finish or complete whatever deficiencies or non-conformities found during their original applications. In a phone interview, Aguilar says, to date, Marina has accredited only 3 members of the International Association of Classification Societies, or IACS. He worries most of the domestic ships are classed by local class societies.
Kaya with that advisory na binibigyan uli ng 3 months, I think baka makapag-comply na yung mga class society na hindi na accredited last year. But yun yung ang point ko, i-clarify na. I-clarify na yung 3 months na yun will apply to will cover yung mga nag-apply ng last year. Should reactivated na lang yung application para hindi na mag-umpisa sa step 1. Kasi yung 1 year nga, hindi na tapos, yawas ko yung 3 months lang.
Another Turkish seafarer has died after trying to determine his vessel's draft after loading. The victim, Yusel Olaskin, 36-year-old chief officer of bulk carrier Inseege, fell into the water from a pilot ladder at the port of Taman in Russia. His body was recovered 45 minutes later but had died of hypothermia. Just recently, a Turkish ship captain also fell and died while trying to measure the ship's draft using a rope ladder at the Tianjin port. Observers say the two incidents are both caused by compliance to the strict COVID-19 policies implemented at the ports, prohibiting contact between crew and shore. International Maritime Organization or IMO Secretary General Kita Klim has stressed the importance of collaboration across various maritime sectors in order to achieve industry targets for reduced greenhouse gases or GHG emissions. Speaking at One Ocean Summit Greening Maritime Corridors Forum, Lim says decarbonization in shipping can be achieved through a smooth transition to alternative low and zero carbon marine fuels. The transition, he underscores, cuts across all aspects of shipping, from the supply and use of fuels to safety matters, port operations, and training of seafarers, and that the maritime sector needs to ensure a just and equitable transition that also recognizes the need for skills and technology development in developing countries.
Without a doubt, achieving decarbonization ambitions in the shipping sector will rely on a smooth transition to alternative low and zero carbon marine fuels. I'm encouraged to see many initiatives and projects worldwide on alternative low and zero carbon fuels. Early movers, including prominent French ship owners and other maritime stakeholders in France, are already in the process of ordering, building, retrofitting ships using low zero carbon fuels. The transition cut across all aspects of shipping, from supply and the use of fuel to safety matters, port operation, and training of seafarers. The trials on the use of zero-carbon maritime fuels will support a safer transition. The maritime sector needs to ensure a just and equitable transition that also recognizes the need for skills and technology development in the developing countries. Shipping is global. Decarbonization presents an opportunity to get transition right and encourage the all states to be included. This should not be a transition which leaves anyone behind. We need to listen and understand the concerns of all states.
Ang partido ng mga Pilipinong Marino or ANGKLA party list has promised to continue to fast-track the documentations of our seafarers if it wins these coming elections. In a press conference held at the AMUSUP Convention Hall in Manila, ANGKLA's first nominee, Jesulito Manalo, says simplifying the process of seafarers' documentation is his first priority if ever he gets back to Congress. During his term in Congress, ANGKLA allocated 480 million pesos for the construction of the Marina Head Office in Manila and Marina Regional Offices in Cebu, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental.
My first priority, if ever we get back to Congress, is to simplify the process of seafarers' documentation. We have started this when we were in Congress. We have funded Marina with close to 185 million so that their IT can be in place. I'd like to reinforce that by providing them more budget so that they could update their data bank, so we could have credible security papers for their certificates, but at the same time, train their personnel by the right budget So seafarers can even renew certificates online. We have already started this. And we can do so by giving them the budget and allowing seafarers to even renew papers regional. We're doing this already by setting up the regional offices. We've started that by putting up the infrastructure. So we will continue to do so. That's number one priority.
Manalo of Ternate, Cavite is the youngest child of merchant mariner Captain Iluminado and his wife, a public school teacher. Other ANGKLA's nominees are Captain Ronaldo Enrile and Attorney Augusto Perez Jr. Thank you for watching Marino World Weekend. Stay on board. Subscribe to Marino World Online for more meaningful maritime news and views, and a chance to win GCash loads.